Class 12th, Subject Physics, 15th chapter, Structure of Atoms and Nuclei. From this chapter, let us see Law of Radioactive Decay. Law of Radioactive Decay. In order to obtain the expression for this law of radioactive decay, let us consider some of the terms such as N0. N0 will represent the number of radioactive parent nuclei at time t equal to 0. That is, without any change, without any decay, the initially present number of radioactive parent nuclei are N0. Then Dn represents the number of nuclei undergoing decay in given time dt. So in given time dt, let Dn be the number of nuclei undergoing decay, that is the number of nuclei change. Let n represents the number of unchanged nuclei at that time t. So when Dn number of nuclei have undergone the disintegration or decay, after that the n number of nuclei remains unchanged, that is n number of nuclei are present at that time t. Then we can say that Dn, that is number of nuclei undergoing decay, that is Dn is directly proportional to this n, and therefore Dn is directly proportional to n t dt. So actually here the rate of decay of that number of nuclei, that is Dn by dt, will be proportional to the number of unchanged nuclei present at that time, and therefore we can write Dn proportional to n at time t into dt. Or removing that proportionality sign, we can write Dn equal to minus lambda n nt into dt, where this lambda is called as decay constant. Now this negative sign for this lambda, it will indicate that the change in number of parent nuclei Dn, this change in number of nuclei, that is parent nuclei Dn, is decreasing as time increases. So this Dn will decrease with time dt, and therefore integrating this equation, that is Dn equal to minus lambda nt dt, if we integrate this, then integrating equation 1, this equation 1 will be integrated. So integrating this, we can write integration from n0 to nt, Dn upon nt, Dn upon nt will be equal to lambda is constant taken out of integration, so minus lambda integration from 0 to t dt. Or from this integration we can write log of nt upon n0, log of nt upon n0 equal to minus lambda t, and therefore from this relation we will get nt equal to n0 into e raised to minus lambda t. So neglecting this log, here we will get exponential, that is e raised to minus lambda t, and therefore nt will be equal to n0 into e raised to minus lambda t, equation number 2, and this is the decay law. So this is decay law. Equation number 2 will represent decay law. So decay law gives us nt is equal to n0 into e raised to minus lambda t. Now the rate of decay, that is number of decays per unit time, rate of decay, that is number of decays per unit time, that is minus dnt upon dt, minus dnt upon dt, that term is called as activity at, and which will be written as, the activity will be written as activity at is equal to minus dn by dt minus dn by dt equal to lambda nt equal to lambda nt, that will be equal to lambda into value of this nt, that is n0 into e raised to minus lambda t. So lambda into n0 e raised to minus lambda t will be the activity at. Let it be equation number 3. Now if you consider this activity, then at t is equal to 0, if t is equal to 0, in this case if t is equal to 0, the activity a0 will be equal to lambda into n0. If this t is equal to 0, at that time we will get the activity at is equal to lambda into n0. The SI unit of this activity is becquerel, denoted by BQ. Becquerel is the SI unit of this activity, and 1 becquerel is equal to 1 decay per second. 1 decay per second is called as 1 becquerel. Now let us see half-life of the radioactive material. Half-life of radioactive material denoted by T half. Now let us see first what is that half-life of that radioactive material. The time taken for the number of parent radioactive nuclei of a particular species to reduce half of its original value is called as the half-life or half-life time. The time taken for the number of parent radioactive nuclei of a particular species to reduce to its half value is called as the half-life or half-life time of that radioactive material. So during half-life time, the given number of nuclei will reduce to half of its original value. That means if n0 represents the number of nuclei present initially at time t is equal to 0, at that time at half-life the number of nuclei present will be n0 by 2, and therefore we can say that at t is equal to t half, that is at time interval is equal to half-life, at that time the number of nuclei n will be equal to n0 by 2. So this original number of nuclei when time t is equal to 0 will get reduced to half of its value, and therefore putting these two values in the equation of decay law, in this equation we can write n will be replaced by n0 by 2. So n0 by 2 will be equal to n0 into e raised to minus lambda t half. So t will be replaced by t half and n will be replaced by n0 by 2. And therefore simplifying this we will get e raised to lambda t half. E raised to lambda t half will be equal to only 2, because n0 will get cancelled on both sides, and therefore we will get e raised to minus lambda t half is equal to half. And therefore if you write e raised to lambda t half, then it will be equal to 2. Or in terms of log we can write lambda t half will be equal to log of 2. But from this t half will be equal to log of 2 divided by lambda, log 2 upon lambda, and if the value of log 2 is 0.693 and it will be divided by lambda, and therefore half-life we will get 0.693 upon lambda, that is 0.693 upon decay constant. So this will be regarding half-life of any radioactive material. Then let us consider the next term, that is average life of radioactive species. Average life of the radioactive species. We know that different radioactive species have different lifetimes. So lifetime for different radioactive species will be different, and hence we have to consider the average lifetime for a nucleus of a material. We will have to consider the average lifetime. Now the number of nuclei decaying between time intervals t and t plus dt. If time intervals are t and t plus dt, then the number of nuclei undergoing decay between time t and t plus dt is given by, it will be given by the formula lambda n0 into e raised to minus lambda t into dt. That will be given by the equation here, that is lambda n0 e raised to minus lambda t dt. That equation will represent the number of nuclei decaying between time intervals t and t plus dt. The lifetime of this nuclei is t. The lifetime of this nuclei is taken as small t, and thus the average lifetime t average of the nucleus will be given as the average lifetime t average of this nuclei is given as t average equal to 1 by n0, t average equal to 1 by n0, integration from 0 to infinity t lambda n0 t lambda n0 into e raised to minus lambda t dt. That will be written as, lambda will be taken out of integration, so lambda integration 0 to infinity t e raised to minus lambda t dt. Now integrating this equation, we get t average equal to 1 by lambda. T average equal to 1 by lambda, and therefore the relation between the half-life and average life of the radioactive species will be obtained as, because T average equal to 1 by lambda, T average is equal to 1 by lambda, and half-life is equal to 0.693 upon lambda. Therefore, comparing these two equations, we can write half-life time, that is T half, will be equal to average lifetime, that is T average into log 2. Half lifetime is equal to average lifetime into log 2, and therefore it will be written as 0.693 into T average. That is, half-life will be equal to 0.693 average lifetime.